Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to BaldyPal Picking. In this video, we're going to talk about everything that sold this week, which isn't that much, and what happens when you let your priorities get out of line. This is a Jurassic World slash and battle toy. Not everything Jurassic World or Jurassic Park sells great, but I'll look into every single one of them. This particular toy I picked up for $6 at Goodwill, and it sold for $19.95 plus shipping. A few weeks ago, I picked up a bulk lot of electronics for $150 at a yard sale, and I'm chipping away at it a little bit at a time, and this is a big help. This came from a surround sound audio system made by Panasonic, and it's the cable. It's a proprietary cable. It's 13 feet long. I went ahead and parted this bad boy out because it fetched me $29.95 plus shipping. On my way to Peaches to Beaches, I was hanging out with my buddy Evan Flippy McFlipperson, and we swung through Fort Valley, Georgia. And at that Goodwill, I picked up 4 pairs of shoes, and this is one of them. Cole Haan 0 Grand. They were only $8, and they were super popular because as soon as I listed them, they instantly started getting watchers. I listed them for $48.95. I paid $8, sold today on a best offer of $40. This is a Cleveland Golf 56-degree wedge. Nothing really special about it, but Cleveland Golf is a great brand in golf. I picked it up for $5 back in December, and it sold this weekend for $19.95 plus shipping. I have never picked up kitchen knives before, but at an estate sale over a year ago, I picked up 5 of them, and I had never listed them. I had to do research as far as like, can I even ship them? How do I ship them? But I've determined that basically you just wrap it safely and put it in a tube box long enough to keep both ends nice and capped so that it won't puncture or go through, and you'll be good to go. I picked this up. It is a 400C Gold 3 Japan vintage kitchen knife, and it sold for $20 on Mercari. Not everything Columbia still sells, but this hat for $2 at a yard sale, to me, no brainer. I knew it would bring something in, and it did. It sold for $16.95 free shipping, and I'll do it again next time I see it too. All right, y'all, so ultimately priorities are those most important things to you in your life. I can't tell you what your priorities should be. Mine are God, family, 9-to-5 work, eBay, YouTube, in that order too. Now, the first 3 are non-negotiable. The God, the family, the 9-to-5 work, those are going to happen no matter what. So let's take those out of the mix. As a part-time reseller, I got to choose between eBay and YouTube and determine which one's more important than the other. Well, to be honest with you, eBay puts more money on the table than YouTube does, but sometimes I let the two flip-flop every now and again. Let's take this past week, for example. I had some major growth in YouTube because I set it as a higher priority over eBay, but consequently, eBay went down. My sales went down. I didn't list anything. I didn't pay any attention to it as I normally do. But as far as YouTube's concerned, I edited many videos. I learned more. I did some more research. I determined how to be better at thumbnails, how to do better at descriptions and titles. I even rebranded my entire live podcast. And because of that, I saw some very significant growth in just 1 week. All right, guys, one of the best bolos you could probably ever pick up, in my opinion, is HP Genuine Ink or Toner. If you find this and the box is completely sealed, even if it's expired, this is from 2015, I promise you, this stuff will sell. Always look up the model number. It's really easy. Type in genuine when you do though. Keyword genuine. You don't want to look up or confuse your comps with the fake stuff. I found 2 the other day for $10 a piece, $9.99, and they both sold within 24 hours to the same buyer for $54.95 each. Next up is this Waring Professional Waffle Iron, model WWM 400. Now this big boy I learned about from my friend Paul the Philly Flipper, and I picked it up for $10 when I found it at Goodwill, not knowing exactly how much it would go for, but I tested it. Pro tip, put a little bit of French vanilla creamer in your waffle batter and it tastes oh so good. I sold it today for $54.95 plus shipping. So if you see a professional waffle iron from Waring Pro, you should probably pick it up too. All right, y'all, I made 2 sales today that reminded me the importance of going through my death pile and listing those things. This particular item right here, I was actually thinking about just giving right back to Goodwill because I bought them probably a year ago for $5, and there's some sort of paddles. They are Champ Model Jokari, and I truly don't even know what game you play with paddles this small. Pickleball maybe? I've never played pickleball. I don't know. I think they're too small for pickleball. But I sold them out of my death pile in like 2 weeks for $19.95 plus shipping. So list that death pile. And here's the other thing that was in my death pile for over a year. SAS. I've heard of the brand, but this is the first pair I ever actually picked up for $8 at the thrift store. New in the box. And these are some really cool sandals. I guess SAS is for orthopedics, maybe nursing, things of that nature. This brand new pair of SAS sandals called Cozy Amber, size 7, narrow, sold for $89.95 plus shipping in a matter of weeks, y'all. You gotta list the death pile. It's gonna make you money. These are Bendy and the Ink Machine plush. It's a cartoon, it's a game, it's something that a lot of teenagers like to play. These two particular plushes were together in a bag for $4 at the Goodwill, and they are selling individually for around the $20 mark, but I put them together and I sold them on a best offer on eBay for $35 plus shipping. Because of the plush, I came across this and I knew I had to have it. It's Bendy and the Ink Machine building block set. It's not a Lego set, so don't get confused, but it's practically just like it. It is new, sealed, in the box, and I paid $10 at the thrift store. When I looked up these comps, I was shocked, but I shouldn't have been, because now I know Bendy and the Ink Machine will sell. There were 3 sold for $60 and 1 sold for $120 around Christmas of 2022. And there were none listed. So I took a chance and I bumped this up to $80. It sold on Mercari for $80 plus shipping in a week. You have to determine, what are your priorities? What's most important, put that on top. What's least important, put that on bottom. And if you're anything like me, you got to determine, is it okay if one takes over the other every now and again, even though ultimately eBay to me is more important than YouTube. But sometimes I got to focus on YouTube just to at least help make it grow. Tell me down in the comments down below, what are your priorities? I'm not talking about goals, I just want to know your priorities. If you don't set your priorities, then you're not going to know what goals you're interested in. You're not going to know how to order those goals. You're not going to know which goal is more important than the other. So first, set those priorities and then you can figure out your goals. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. Hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you don't miss the next video.